I'm going to describe you to a T, part 3, the third and final part. I'm so glad so many of you resonated with my part 1 and part 2, and that so many of you felt seen and validated. That just makes my heart so happy. So here we go. People have always been naturally drawn to you. It's like you can know someone for 5 minutes and they're already telling you their life story because you just feel so trusting and warm. You could also, random babies, kids, pets could be really drawn to you as well. You're a super honest person. You can't even help it. You're just so transparent. You wear your heart on your sleeve and like you're an open book. Even no matter how many times it's, came back to bite you in the butt, it's still so hard for you to believe that there's people in this world that don't have the same heart as you. When you are going through a really hard time in your life, nobody around you would even know because you still show up with a smile on your face no matter what. You don't want to burden people with your problems. And even if you were dealing with so much and somebody came up to you and opened up to you about something that maybe seemed less valid than what you were going through, you still would never let them know that, and you would be open to listen to them. When you're telling a story, you have to tell every single detail, and you end up telling 5 stories in one, and it's because you're super perceptive and you're super attentive to detail, so you feel like every single detail matters in order to paint the picture perfectly. Growing up, you could have been super scared of the D word, the end of life. You could have been super terrified of that, but you still were very drawn to either aliens, mediumship, ghost stories, or ghost hunters. Something along those lines you would have been drawn into. You've never gone with the trends. You've kind of been a trendsetter, and if you did start to follow a trend, it was way after the fact. Before you learned about, manifestation and you are what you attract, you probably said your whole life, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Or you resonated with Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong, will go wrong. People used to call it Kaylee's Law, fun fact, because that's just how it was. When you were in school or maybe in the workplace, you always leaned on the authoritarian figure, whether it was the teacher or your coach or your boss. You always were the shining star, but you really needed that validation from them because you weren't getting it anywhere else. You shine wherever you go. You turn heads. When you walk into a room, people notice. You could think that people are always staring at you, or it could make you super uncomfortable, but it's your energy. You also probably, more likely than not, have really captivating eyes, as eyes are the window to the soul. You're really good at communicating, especially when it comes to giving constructive criticism or trying to help people. It's like you use the sandwich method, to start with a compliment, then the constructive criticism, whatever that may be, and then end with the compliment, because you don't want to ever leave somebody feeling unworthy or like they've done something wrong or there's something wrong with them or they're inadequate. I just seen 333. You get excited over the little things, whether it be a rainbow, the stars, your favorite meal, seeing an animal or a bird. Growing up, especially in your teen and maybe young adult years, you carried a lot of shame from whatever lack that you may have faced as a child. Say it was, lack of, poverty, lack of food, or there was any essay or just emotionally avoidant parents. You could have grown up being embarrassed to eat or being embarrassed to admit that you were hungry, or you never wanted to show your body, in the gym, locker room, or in your relationships. You always had to have the lights off type of thing. You just carried a lot of shame. If you did something for someone and they said, "How much do I owe you?" you would never take payment because it was almost embarrassing or shameful to you. You always chased vulnerability from people that weren't capable or ever going to give it to you, not knowing that it was a trauma response because you yourself were incapable of vulnerability. 444, as that beeps. I keep channeling for this collective Enlightened 333. We've talked about you guys entering into your miracle season, understanding that you are rare, I got a PR package sent to me today, and it was a phone case, and on it says God's plan, and it's Isaiah 60:22, for when the time is right, I will show up for you, or I will make it happen. And God is about to make it happen for you guys, and you're about to be enlightened to all the possibilities and potential that you have, and I'm so excited for you. Make sure that you're following me. I did also have a channeled message for a specific collective today that's going to be posted shortly after this video, so look out for that. But I love you so much. I hope you liked this, and stay beautiful, stay wonderful, and if you made it this far, put enlightened 333 in the comments.